Hello everyone, it's Milo here, and I'm doing a in-depth analysis of my Noob Cube. These are all the cards that I've started with. There's going to be a lot of changes. You're going to see a lot of questionable cards, but if you have any suggestions about white cards that I could add to my budget Noob Cube, please leave it in the comments. Alright, so, starting with one-drop creatures for white. We have a Mardu Woe Reaper. This card is in my actual cube. It's quite good, as is the Dragon Hunter. These are one-drop creatures that have 2 power with no side effects. And in fact, these two have additional bonuses. We have an Elite Vanguard. This one is a cut from my cube, but it's still a 2-1 for 1, quite good. And Soldier of the Pantheon. Again, a 2-1 for 1 with a couple abilities here. Let's take a look at the 2s. So for 2 drops, we have Seeker of the Way, a Stormfront Pegasus. You can see this was altered to English from Japanese because I want new people to be able to play with this cube, and we didn't have an English one. Syndic of Tithes. This is a 2-2 for 2 with Extort. The Extort ability works as just a white ability as well because you can use white mana for it. But you could use black mana as well. Knight of Glory. Jeskai Barricade, it helps you bounce those creatures that have sweet comes into play abilities. Like a Wall of Omens, 0/4 wall when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. And we have a Wandering Champion, 3-1 for 2, good on its own. But if you actually control a red or blue permanent and deal combat damage to a player with it, you discard a card and then draw a card. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the creatures in the cube. Here's one that was... got a sweet altar here from Japanese to English, thanks to Catherine. This is Core Sanctifiers. It's 2 and a white for a 2/3, has a kicker for 1 white. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, destroy an artifact or enchantment. We have a Watcher of the Roost. I'm sure a lot of people would say that this card shouldn't be in the cube, and most of them would probably be right. It's a 2-1, or I guess all of them would probably be right. 2-1 flyer for 2 and a white. It has Morph. If you reveal a white card, it flips, and when you do it, you gain 2 life. Here's another one, Morph for 1, Megamorph actually, for 1 and a white. Flips, it becomes a 3-2 Flying Vigilance. And then we have the Core Hookmaster, another sweet altar. 2 and a white, 2-2. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. We have a Shadow Guy. This is 2-2 for 1 and 2 white. It's a shadow creature, so basically what that means is that it can only block or be blocked by other creatures with shadow. When it damages a player, destroy an enchantment that player controls. We have Aven Sunstriker. This card is terrible. It shouldn't be in the cube. We gotta take it out immediately. Mardu Horde Chief, 2 and a white, 2/3, raid. When it enters the battlefield, you get a 1/1 white warrior creature token. This is good for the warrior sub-theme, and also the token sub-theme in cube. Aven Rift Watcher, just generally a good card. 2 and a white, 2/3 flying, vanishing 3. When it comes into play or leaves play, gain 2 life. Great card against aggro. Basically, if you don't have Kitchen Finks, which I don't, this kind of takes Kitchen Finks' place. Flicker Wisp, 1 and 2 white, 3/1. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, you get to exile another target permanent, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So you can trigger your enters the battlefield abilities again, you can untap a creature so that it can block, or you can exile maybe a potential blocker that your opponent controls. We have Sandstep Outcast. Wouldn't make it in most cubes. In this cube, I think it's interesting enough. For 2 and a white, you get a 2/1, and almost all of the time, you'll also get the 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying in the battlefield. It's good for the token sub-theme in white. Abzan Falconer. It's a recent card that a lot of people know. We also have a Windborn Muse that I found lying around. It's a 2/3 flyer. Creatures, it has Ghostly Prison on it. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature that they attack you with. 100-handed one. This card's probably not going to last very long. I do like it because I got it stamped when I drafted it at GP Toronto. Not last GP Toronto, the one before it. I think it's like okay. I like that it has vigilance. I don't know how much longer it's going to be around. Calciderm, we have a vanishing 2 and 2 white. This is basically a white blastoderm. It's got shroud 5/5, but it only lasts for 3 turns. High Sentinels of Arashin. There is a I don't know if it's a theme or what you would call it, but creature putting +1/+1 counters on creatures is a thing in this cube, with the Tuskguard Captain and the other one that gives them flying, Absent Falconer. So this kind of helps with it, and this is also just generally a good card. It's just good by itself. This is for the token theme. 2 and 2 white, Celestial Crusader. It's 2/2 flash, flying, split second, so they can't respond to you playing this card, so they can't counterspell it. Other white creatures you control get +1/+1. Really good with those cards that put in white token creatures. We have Karmic Guide. I don't think I'm ever going to build a cube that doesn't have a Karmic Guide in it, because this card is sweet. It's 3 and 2 white for a 2/2 flyer, protection from black, echo. Don't be fooled, the protection from black is the drawback, so you can't reanimate this card with like an Animate Dead or something, or else the Animate Dead will just fall off. When it comes into play, choose target creature card in your graveyard and put that creature into play. So you can reanimate sweet things like a Cloud Goat Ranger. Cloud Goat Ranger is a pretty awesome one to reanimate. It's a 3/3 for 3 and 2 white, but when it comes into play, you get 3 1/1 white Kithkin soldier creature tokens. And then you can tap the 3 Kithkins to give it +2/+0 and flying until end of turn. We also have a David Hasselhoff and a Sunblast Angel. 4 and 2 white, 4/5 flying. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all tapped creatures. So this is a one-sided Wrath. I think it's one of the best Wraths in this cube, and it's probably going to stick around for a while. We also have Requiem Angel, helps with the token theme, and an Eternal Dragon, just for a little bit of mana fixing. It has Plane Cycling too, and then you can reanimate it with a Karmic Guide or an Animate Dead. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the non-creature spells in white. We have Swords to Plowshare, which is amazing. Best removal spell in the format. Mana Tithe, 1 white. It's 4 spike, but white. God's Willing is kind of an interesting one. It's probably going to get taken out eventually, but as of right now, I don't see a problem with it. It's just kind of a fun spell. Temporal Isolation is a really good pacifism-like card, as is Journey to Nowhere. This one was altered by Mr. Lubufu to help that token theme raise the alarm, disenchant, because you need stuff to get rid of artifacts and enchantments, like a pacifism. Valorous Stance is a card that sees a lot of play in Constructed. I think I like that it gives you choices. You can either save one of your guys, or you could reprisal it by destroying a creature with toughness 4 or greater. Oh, it's like reverse reprisal, I guess. Destroy a creature with toughness 4 or greater. Soul Summons, this probably won't last very long in the cube. It's just 1 in a white manifest. It's good with prowess or like instant sorcery decks, like things like Delver, like a Delver-based deck, or there was that other one, Skywise Teachings. If you're going to play that, you might want to play this. Gather the Townsfolk, Artful Maneuver, again really good with the instant sorcery things. Mastery of the Unseen, I actually played this in the first cube that I played with the Noob Cube, and I was pretty happy with it. I like cards like this that are good against Wraths or control decks, because even if they Wrath your board, you still have the potential to keep going and making it work. It's also a good late game card against aggro, because you can slowly start gaining life again. We have a Feat of Resistance. That just gives a creature protection from any color and puts a counter on it. Works with the counter theme. And then we have an Unquestioned Authority. So this, when it comes into play, you draw a card, and then enchanted creature has protection from creatures, which means it can block anything and it can't really be blocked or targeted by creatures, which is great because you can put this on like a 100-handed one and just go to town forever. Timely Reinforcements. This is, if you ask me what the most underrated card in Cube is, I would say Timely Reinforcements. I Love this card. So good against aggro. It's like devastating against aggro. And this is the type of card that will get you out of situations that look like the most grim. You could be in a situation where you're down to like 1 life, got nothing on board, and then you top deck a Timely Reinforcements, and the whole game changes. The whole match changes for you. So if you have less life than your opponent, you gain 6 life, and if you have less creatures than your opponent, you get 3 1/1 white soldiers. I love this card. Oblivion Ring, altered by Mr. Lubufu. Wing Shards, this is a interesting removal spell. It's got Storm, it's 1 and 2 white instant. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. And then I guess because it has Storm, you get multiple copies of this based on how many spells were played this turn. Mobilization. Used to be in Cube. This is an old card that I'm trying to bring back, see if it has any legs to stand on. I don't know about it. I think Mastery of the Unseen is just better. We have Kill Shot, which is just like a 1 of Wing Shards, except you get to target the creature. Sarah's Embrace is a card that I've always loved, but it's just not powerful enough for anything anymore. So I was hoping that maybe it's powerful enough for the Noob Cube. We have Day of Judgment. It's 2 and 2 white, destroy all creatures. Wrath of God, 2 and 2 white, destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. So Troll Ascetic is dead. Increasing Devotion, this is, for the tokens. 3 and 2 white, and you get 5 white human tokens, and it has flashback for 7 and 2 white. We have a Route. Decree of Justice, which is great. You get angels or soldiers. Soldiers if you don't want the spell countered, or if you're worried about your opponent's ability to deal with all of your creatures. Plus, when you make the soldiers, you can do it at instant speed. So end of turn, you can make all the soldiers and then attack with them during your turn. Kind of gives them like haste on layaway. I don't know. And Martial Coup. It's 2 white and X. Put X 1/1 white soldier creatures into play. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. So I think that this is the best big wrath that exists. It's a 7. If you think of it as a 7-mana wrath that gives you 5 1/1 soldiers, I mean, can that be beat? It's just pretty sweet, So that is it. That is white. If you have any suggestions for white, make sure to leave it in the comments. And if you want to draft the cube, go to Cubetutor and find it. It's called the Noob Cube, and the link will be in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.